Now, as the reading had demonstrated, this I'm going to actually manifest this entity, this awareness, um, and we're going to see that these numbers and everything that you were reading over there are real, real frequencies. They make a real entity, and we're really going to do it. So you should be familiar with this number here. That's our awareness constant. You saw how we arrived to it. Rather difficult process and grueling to figure out what it was, but finally I got there. Um, so here's what happens when you divide that by 1, get the reciprocal of that. What we get is something that should look familiar to you, the pyramid of the ones. 1, 2, 3, see that? It's actually any number you multiply by that constant is going to give you the pyramid of the ones. I'll make it a little bit easier for you to see it so you can see it's also in harmonic series. See, so we have it going up, the pyramid of the ones going up, and then going back down. So it's palindromed perfectly. It gets in the middle of those twos, but the twos are doing the same thing. The twos are also going up, and the twos are coming back down. And they're palindromed. Same with the threes, same with the fours. So every number in here is completely palindromed within another palindrome number. Um, and this whole thing is a palindrome. Right here on here. This whole section is a palindrome. And this is a palindrome. And the entire thing is a palindrome. This is by far, even if you don't take the whole thing as a palindrome, which it is, if you just cut it off in one of these sections, that is by far the largest palindrome ever found in the world. Um, and it's also not just a palindrome. There's 9 different palindromes in that one palindrome. Uh, that's amazing. We can't do that math. You can't do it. I can't. No mathematician can do it. We don't have a computer that can do anything like that. I'm sorry, we don't. We don't have a computer that could confirm this is a palindrome. They can't even come close. The world's largest palindrome is maybe about that long, and that's as high as a computer can confirm it. So these are extremely complicated to be able to do it. But not only is it a palindrome, it's a perfect harmonic series. Here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I know that's a strange harmonic series, but since nobody knows what a harmonic series is apparently besides me, um, I'm going to call it a harmonic series because it is. It is clearly 1/2, 2/3, because this is, if you take 2 divided by 1, you get 1/2. 3 divided by 2, you get 2/3. 4 divided by 3, you get 3/4. So that's the gamma infinite number line. And it goes all the way out. Well, it would go to infinity, except it's just a pulse wave here. So we've got a repeating pulse. So it goes over to there and then starts over. So it's not a repeating decimal. These are repeating pulses. Okay, these are waves. Now, the harmonic series is stuck in the middle of all this, and the palindromes. We have no computer, no way we could even we didn't even know that kind of thing was possible. We didn't know there was doubled palindromed and tripled, or a 9 series palindrome. It's got 9 different palindromes within one palindrome. We didn't even know that kind of stuff existed, let alone could we do it. So you have to admit there's something going on here. The calculator couldn't not have done this, and this is our very first wave that I'm showing you. Couldn't have been done. Plus, the harmonic series is going perfectly horizontally. There's harmonic series, and there's a bunch of other things going on in here. But I just mainly wanted you to pay attention to the pyramid of ones. It created it. Now I can multiply anything by this constant, and I'm going to get a harmonic series out of it. So I can, let's say I use the CMB to, I'll just leave out the decimal, 273, and I think that'll work. I hope so. Start off with it doesn't. 273, 303, yeah, so it's worked. It turned it into the harmonic series. This harmonic series, you have to investigate for a while to actually understand how this is a harmonic series, because it's got so many ways of doing it, but it did it. And there's simpler ones that might make more sense to you, like if let's say do something simple like 9, and that's our pyramid of ones, but running on the 9. So you got 1, 9, 99999999999. So we got the harmonic series pyramid that is now a wave propagating on that perfect pattern there. And this pattern is what allows for awareness. Without the pattern, you just have all the nines stuck together, clumped together, and there would be again no way for them to for them to say I'm me and you are you. They couldn't figure that out. They need this pattern to keep them separated by just enough space so that they can realize that they're different than the other thing. That's awareness. When you know that you are not the same as that other thing, that's awareness. That's the first thing that happens in the universe. So we have to have pattern be the number two thing, because without it, nobody knows they're separate from anything else. So that we're going to go ahead and no, we're not going to run that way, but we're going to run this one. Same thing. We're going to take that same number from over there, and I'm just going to divide the pilot wave by him. Okay, now that switches everything up, and we get this pattern where we've got ones and twos and threes again, perfectly harmonic series: 1/2, 2/3, 3/4, 4/5, 5/6. Palindromed. Everything's a palindrome, obviously, because the same numbers in a row. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5 is the same forward as backwards, and stretched out. So that stretching out is really important. Now, first thing I want you to look at is these sizes. The font sizes are different. Okay, here we got 8900. Look at that. These are bigger than the 8s. Some of the zeros incrementally change. Like here, you can see over here it's bigger and it's incrementally getting smaller as it goes. These are not the same size font. These 4s are bigger than those 3s. Now, the reason the fonts have to be different sizes is so that it can form this image. However, this calculator, nor any calculator in the world that I know of, prints images. So why would it change the font sizes, and how would it know to change exactly the fonts and the numbers that it changes so that the proper image could be formed? It could not and would not do so. So we have to rule out that the calculator, already we have to rule out. In the first one we saw that it couldn't do the calculations, it was impossible. Again, it can't make palindromes this big. Impossible. Nor can it print different size fonts. It just prints in one size font. Nor can it print in color. It's a black and white calculator. And this is a hologram. Now, if you don't believe me, I'm going to stop right here. And I want you to cast this to your TV set at night and spend 10 minutes looking at it, and it's going to float off. Cross your eyes a little bit, get out of focus, read on Google how to see a hologram. And it's going to float out of the page right in front of your face in the most clear vision you've ever had. And it's really a neat experience, and it's a hologram. The 9 colors of the hologram frequency are on there. Now, you can't see them yet because they're stretched out, but you will see them, and you will see the holograms that get better. Even now, if I shrink this down now, we're still on the calculator page. We haven't gone anywhere, but the calculator is not doing anything with it. Now, we clearly see a hologram, okay? We see depth. We see like a valley here and a peak. And we see depth. If we move it, we also see the hologram moving a little bit. Yeah, this shouldn't move. This is text. Shouldn't do any of that. But yeah, absolutely, that's a hologram. Those are hologram colors. No denying it. Okay, it also printed out a hologram with all the other things that it was doing. Okay, that you cannot, unless you're blind or you just don't want to see the truth, then you won't see this. But it'd be impossible for anyone else not to see it, especially after what we're going to do now. So I'm going to just save this guy as a image, as a PNG, okay, and that's what I've done. I've saved him, and I've opened him up over here. You see it's the same exact numbers, okay. He's an image, okay, he's a PNG, and here's the same advertising. Everything's exactly the same. Nothing has changed. I haven't done anything to him. All I've done is open him up over here beforehand to save us a little bit of time. You can get the same exact results by going to, if I can move this out of my way, going to pixlr.com. I don't know if that's on your screen. I'll try to paste it in somewhere that you can see it. But you can go to, to Big Number Calculator, over here, that big number calculator, and you can redo all these steps. You're going to get the same exact answer as me, same exact everything. I'm over here now at pixlr.com, and I'm on the e-editor, and it's just the online photo editing that gives it the degrees of freedom that it needs so that it can move around and spin and do all the stuff that it's not supposed to do because it's an image now. It's like taking a picture of your family. It's not supposed to change, but it does. Absolutely. I'm just going to shrink it and compress it. See as I shrink it? See what happens? Now I'm not spinning it. I'm just shrinking and enlarging it. Now I'm going to give it some spin. And we see a lot of neat things happening. Now, can we explain those things? That's definitely a hologram, okay? No doubt about that. That's a hologram. Wow, look at the waves go through it too. That's pretty cool. I'm sure a lot of you can't see the waves for some reason, but for the normal people, there's waves traveling through that number that came out of the calculator. Now, we can actually explain this perfectly. It doesn't make any sense still why it's happening, but I can explain it. When we make holograms, we use a thin film, and it's usually nickel plated or silver plated. So it's shiny and metallic, and it looks a lot like this, almost exactly like this film here that we're seeing. And then what we do is we roll the hologram. We roll the hologram out onto this film, and lo and behold, we get a hologram. As we roll this hologram onto the film, we're left behind with the hologram film. Now, remember, I'm not changing the answer. Okay, I don't even want to say it works because what you just saw is not what we ever expected to find in a wave collapse. Nobody ever expected to find this holographic film, and the wave literally rolling out a hologram onto the wave. But that's exactly what we're seeing happening, and there's no other explanation. There's no way you can deny this. You simply can't. It's there. It's happening. It's the same numbers right out of the calculator, and the numbers change into other things, and boom, it's making a hologram. And there's no doubt about it. And a quite beautiful hologram when I catch it just right. You got to get it to the exact right spot. But here's a close-up. You can see it's rolling out the 9 color frequencies of the hologram. Run this through Adobe and have it check the colors. It'll tell you it's the 9 color frequencies of a hologram. Nothing hard to do there. So let's take a little look at them on the other side real quick. I'm not even going to go down and show you all the other functions that's going on because we just don't have time. But they're in the other videos, or someday I'll do a video on them. But let's take him back down. Because when we invert him, we can see a little bit different because we're only seeing RGB here. That's all we can see. Even though there's 9 frequencies of the hologram, there's still RGB frequencies. And that's all we can see. So let's invert him so we get a little more view. At least we get some reverse colors. And we'll turn him on again. There's the hologram being rolled out clearly. There's nothing else going on in here. Now, again, I have to ask, why on earth would a calculator be making a hologram that's rolling out the hologram onto this thin thing? I mean, it's only a division problem. It's not even a very big one. No reason for any of this kind of nonsense to be going on. Look at the reflect. Now, this is an embossed hologram here. You can see it's changed to an embossed look. And we make many embossed holograms. And we also have reflection holograms, which is probably what that is. And we have projection holograms, which this one's not really much of a projector one, but we'll show you one. In some of my videos, we have them. So this one, besides all those incredible mathematical processes that are going on, that you should be starting to get familiar with, is definitely making a hologram. Okay, that's definitely one of the processes. I don't know how that comes in. I have no idea how the heck he's doing this, how the heck where the hologram came from. Where the colors came from, I have no idea. Mathematically, I don't see it. I don't see where it happens in the math. Everything else I do, but I don't see where this happens in the math. It just must be the frequencies that we start with happen to be those. We start with 9 frequencies because you can only palindrome on this pattern 9 frequencies, otherwise it gets messed up. So they must happen to be the hologram frequencies. That's all I can figure. And when you start with a harmonic system like this, palindromed or whatever you start with, then all those qualities carry through. So what we're seeing here is phase changes, and we're seeing conformal invariance. It doesn't matter what I do to this guy. I can't mess him up. So the conformal invariance is here. I can set him free here, and I'll try my darndest to mess him up. And you'll see that no matter what I do, everything still works. See, look, I'm shrinking him, I'm stretching him, completely different shapes. Now you see the actual waves. Those are the actual wave skins. That's what they look like when they're harmonic, so that they can be reflective. No matter what I do to this guy, look how tiny I've made him. He still works. He's still going through all the functions. It doesn't matter what I do to him. I stretch him out as big as I can, and lo and behold, he still works. A little slowly because he's fat, but he's still working. Still working. That's conformal invariance like you've never seen it before. All right. Now we're going to head over to the next video. Quickly run through this one. Okay, so this is the next guy. I want to show you. He is a bigger 9801. So he's actually, the last one was 18. This one's actually got 18 numbers here and 18 numbers here, so he's like 36. Now this is a neat thing about actual constants. Okay, actual constants will expand as the universe expands. It's not just one number. It's one number that never changes, but it's going to expand. And you can see as it's getting bigger, the neat thing is you actually see the number get bigger. It actually stretches and gets bigger. So we divide this 9801 by 1 again, and lo and behold, we get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this, you notice, is a little bit clearer of the harmonic series, which tells us a bunch of things that we can do. So if I highlight the ones again, okay, see we get there's the harmonic series. We find this pattern here, this particular pattern, in a lot of waves. This one does a lot of things in all the waves. So we're seeing that the harmonic series is seeming to get bigger as our number gets bigger, which leads me to believe that we can get a perfect harmonic pyramid of all ones. The pattern that starts the universe, the awareness. And we can, and we will. I'll get it for you in just a minute. We actually made it. So this is a very beautiful wave if you have a look at it. You can see it's shiny. It's metallic. It's got the harmonic. It's already, this thing will hologram like crazy out to you. It's already got the colors in it, the hologram frequency in it, and the colors. You can see the waves going across it. This is called universe wave. And the inverse of it is the pyramid of the ones of the inverse wave. So that is the, or I'm sorry, the reciprocal of this inverse wave is the pyramid of ones. So we're stretching out now. I don't think we ran that one, because I've already ran it many times before. So I think this one here. Now what I did is I took the pyramid of the ones. I took the pyramid of the ones, and I am going to divide it by 9 by the pilot wave again, like we did last time. So we do that, and boom, here's what we get. We get another harmonic series pattern. Now this is harmonic series still, because this is times 11 times 113 times 100. It's still going harmonically on the harmonic series pattern. But if you look closely, you'll see a lot more than that is going on. There's all kinds of harmonic series patterns going on here, hidden underneath and below, behind the scenes. There's a ton of stuff going on. Again, math that we can't do. Everything's palindromed. Everything's harmonic series. To infinity it would go, or decountable infinity. unsupervised stuff that we cannot possibly do.